What's up, guys, and good morning. It's about 8:15 now. We're headed out to the river. I didn't get much sleep last night at work, but we're gonna go ahead and get after it. It's supposed to be a high of like 55 today, so I'm hoping for maybe some good dry fly hatch. If not, we'll just continue nymphing and see what we can find. So I'll see you there. Alright guys, we made it out here. Pretty long hike to this spot. It's like 6 to 8 inches of snow, so kind of deep, kind of tough to hike through, but it's a beautiful day out. Blue skies. Can't ask for much better. We're gonna hit the same spot we did last time, see what we can do. So we just pulled up to this little spot right here. And what you want to do before you even start fishing is kind of look around to see if you see any fish rising. Right before I started the camera, 2 fish rose right there. So we know they're eating emergers, topwater, something like that. What we're going to do is walk down to the right a little bit, cast this way, and fish along these banks. You can see the foam line right here, so that's a good start. I have seen a few fish just chilling. I don't think they're eating quite yet, but let's give it a try. So pretty good midge hatch again. You can see a lot of them popping up out of the water. There's a lot of fish rising in the still water, a lot over here. So we threw on a Griffith's net, the high vis, same one we had last time. We're going to see if we can drift that right in front of them and see if they'll eat it. Casting is super difficult today because all the guides are frozen. The line's frozen. It's freezing cold out here, but we are warming up in hopes for a fish. not quite getting deep enough, so what we're going to do is adjust this indicator. These are the Oros, they're really nice. You untwist it, pull it up, twist it, locks it in. So we've got about 2 feet there, 2.5 feet. We should be able to get pretty far down with this guy. You can hear this reel just screaming because everything's so frozen right now. It's ridiculous, but it's a beautiful day, so let's get after it. So I'm really trying to focus in this deep pool right here, so I'll cast up this way, mend behind, get a good dead drift. You can see that's almost perfect. I do have a belly in the line, but I'm not too worried about that. Still a decent hatch going on, which is impressive right now in the winter. Once that sun comes out and it warms up, the hatches can be pretty awesome. I'm going to try this for a little while, and then for some reason they start eating a lot more on top. I might switch to a dry dropper, something that can see a little bit better. The size 22 Griffith's gnat is just so hard to see. I can't see if they take a strike or not, so we'll stick with this for now though. Had a strike there, I wasn't quite ready. You could see that indicator get down. And right there, giant break in the water, so it's not picking up, but it's not slowing down, so I'm gonna continue to do this and see what happens. But if that keeps happening, we're swapping over. Even though I have these nitrile gloves on, it's just so cold out here. You can see the sun kind of heating things up, but I am freezing. I know it's pretty deep over there, so we're going to move this indicator up just a tad bit more. We're pretty far up, but before you change anything, you really just want to adjust your depth. They do eat what you have on. It's a midge, tailwater fish. It's all they eat, midges. So that's one reason we don't have anything, because we have grass on the end, but see, that's what we got. Real tiny zebra midge there. There's the guides are already frozen again. Just dip them in the water. They unfreeze pretty quick. This is just super tough to do when it's this cold out. Just horrible casting. I'm not the best, but I'm not the worst either, and this is not my day. But honestly, you don't have to focus on casting too much. If you get a good presentation and put the fly where you want it, no one's gonna fault you for a bad cast. Especially when it's this cold out. So there's a trout right there at the end of my rod. I don't know if you can see him in the water. There's a bunch of little ones right here. I know these trout in this little pool, and they're very picky. I think I might try to use a dry dropper, get over in that corner where they're feeding a little bit more. They're not huge, but something is better than nothing at this point. Yeah, look at this. Roll cast is the easiest thing to do in this case. just not my favorite way to fish. I don't like using an indicator. I don't like nymphing. It's boring, but 90% of what they eat are nymphs. They are chilling on the bottom right now, having a feeding frenzy. And that's what you have to do to catch them, so that's what we're doing. I'm also hesitant to tie on another fly just because my hands are so cold. I didn't bring good enough gloves. That was my fault this time. Nitrile are good for when your hands are in the water. They don't get wet and cold, but everything else, they suck. So they're jumping pretty hard over there. I'll take this indicator rig and give it a shot, but I think we're going to change on a dry dropper. Maybe a Parachute Adams, a Griffith's Gnat, something I can see a little bit better. And we'll try to attack him with a midge and a topwater, see what happens. So we'll be back with you. So we've changed to a standard Griffith's Gnat. It's I think it's a 20. It's kind of big. Gosh, so much ice in the guides, but I can see a lot better on the water. It's not a high vis, but maybe they'll go after that. Some of the midges out here are pretty big, so I'm hoping this is something that's going to work. I'm not going to tie on the tag end quite yet with a midge. I've got a 4X leader on here. I can chunk this dry fly pretty far, and that's what I want to try to do. I don't want to worry about tangles. I don't want to worry about any of that. I can cast a single dry fly pretty far, get a good drift, and hopefully catch a fish. So I can't see anything on that bank with the glare, even with polarized sunglasses, so I'm really just waiting for a fish to rise, and then I'll just set the hook. Hook sets are free. If you don't hook anything, it's perfectly okay. So much ice. Can't even get the line to feather out like I want. There we go. It's a pretty decent spot. Since your main issue is just the belly of the line with the current in the middle of the river is going to go a lot faster. Not ideal, but work with what you got. I'm still getting a good dead drift on the gnat, so not mad. Since these guys are going, I'm going to work this end of the river. It's a little shallower. I did see quite a few fish rising over this way when I got here, so. Is this the most effective way to winter fly fish? Absolutely not. Dry fly in the winter, kind of hard. But when you catch them, it's a lot more fun. Nymphing is lame. You do it because you have to. Seeing a fish rise and take this dry fly, it's going to be so much cooler than just watching the indicator float down. Hopefully I don't get hung up here. I'm just riding the bank. Gnat's probably 6 inches to a foot off the bank. there's a rainbow right there at the end of my rod. He does not care about me. I think he lives there. I've casted him multiple times. It's not spawning season, so he's not in a red or anything, but it's kind of his home. There's another one right here. He hasn't bit anything I've ever thrown at him. Fish like that, just leave them alone, especially nymphing. That's a good way to foul hook. A fish like that, not going to bother him at all. He's going to sit there and eat whatever he wants to eat. These fish are super smart. No sense in bugging them. Just a couple small guys. So this drops off into a pretty deep pool. I know there's big fish in there. That's where I save the streamer action. But for right now, we're just going to work this net and see what we can do. This water is freezing. Wish I had an insulated set of waders, but I don't. So look at that, huge chunks of ice. Word of advice, don't dip your reel in the water. You can put chapstick on these guides or something that Loon makes to help this situation, but it's easier just to pull them off. So unfortunately, we are not having the best luck today. That's how it goes. Like they say, it's called fishing, not catching. There's another hatch going on. It's warming up quite a bit. I think we're at the high of today. It's almost 1:30, just a little past actually. I've tried a few different things. The spot I was at kind of slowed down a lot. I went to the other side of the river, looked down the pools, didn't see anything. So I tied on a top secret midge here. I think that's what it's called actually. And it's floating on top. We're just going to try some dry flies. It's super tiny. It's actually hard to see, so I'm really just going after if something jumps up, but there's a crap ton of midges on the water, so hopefully we can land something. Alright, we finally got one. It's not much, but it's there. Oh, come on, buddy. Alright, so we got him on the perdigon. I saw him swim right to it. Beautiful, beautiful little fish. So we'll let him go. So I thought I hooked two, but just one. Quite the fighter. Bad net. Looks like we got him on the perdigon. Again, right in the side of the mouth. Spit it out, bud. And he tangled himself out in it. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful colors. exactly where I want it. Right in that pool. This thing's super deep right here. Another. Look at that. On the perdigon again. Try to get him on the reel a little bit. He's strong. There it goes. Alright. He broke off. There we go. Look, gone off. And that's fishing. I think what I should do is get down there so I have a better hook set on him. So we've worked this center bank. They're not interested, so we'll just move step farther. The problem is just casting really far out there is when you do reel in a fish. That's why I thought I had two earlier, because one was chasing the other one. So I was like, that's awesome. I'm definitely gonna break off if I have two, but I didn't. But working your way out so you don't scare the fish that are farther away, or closer to you rather. Alright guys, so I think we're about done for today. It's about 4:15, 4:30. Have to work tomorrow, so not going to stay here too late, but we got 2-3 in the net. Not a horrible day. Be back Monday, I think. Maybe the crowd will be a little less. I can get some better spots, but overall, successful day. I feel like this is the longest walk back to the truck ever. Still have a ways to go.